Hold on, bro. What's up, YouTube, man? It's your boy Game Like Will, man. Back with another video. Listen, I feel like I look crazy, bro. I cut this white tee sleeves off. I'm a little diesel though. Like y'all know I'm skinny, but I'm still kind of, I'm still kind of stocky, like on some crazy shit. I used to be hitting the gym and whatnot. I guess it paid off. But in this video, man, it's your boy Game Like Will, man, and I just want to be talking about a couple things, bro, because I've came to the senses that it's okay to have mentors. It's okay to have dating coaches, right? But what I see out here in the world is people will find a couple guys that they look up to and that they want to, have game like and things of that nature, which is cool, right? Because how you gonna grow if you don't know what the fuck you doing? But it's like there's a thin line or a difference between these two things right here that I'm about to talk about, right? You can take something your mentor or your coach is telling you to say to a woman, and that shit could cut through all the bullshit and get you what you're trying to get to, right? Which is intimacy, sexual conversations, and just that deeper shit, right? But then you got oh, that's on the left hand side, right? That's the easier path of least resistance, right? That's what most guys gonna try to do. They're gonna try to listen to somebody. They're gonna say, "Oh, I heard Will say this. He said he talked to a girl like this. Let me write this down and let me use this next time I talk to a female." That's cool. That's like me seeing Allen Iverson do a move in the game. I'm like, because I literally used to do that. I used to want to be like Allen Iverson with the crossover. I used to want to be like Jamal Crawford with the behind the back pass. I used to want to be like Stephen Curry with the three. You know what I'm saying? I used to want to be like people, and that inspired me to be very good at basketball at the end of the day. So you got these type of learners, visual learners. I'm a visual learner myself. Then you got the guy, like the wise guy, the smart aleck. And this is who I've grown to become. The guy who just understands that, right? Because when you copy something, you're not understanding it, you're just copying it. By copying it, you're getting a feel for it, but you're never really getting a comprehension or understanding of it enough to where you can reiterate it in your own terms. So to me, what makes a good guy, like in game, like a good guy in any sport or anything, it's a guy that's hard to figure out, basically. Whether it's boxing, basketball, talking to women, you must be fucking mysterious, bro. Um, that's probably why one of the biggest pickup artists in the world name is Mystery. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have mystery, bro. Like, I don't get why that's so fucking hard to understand. The reason why the Black Panther is such a feared animal is because it's black, and in the nighttime you can't see it. Why you? That's easy. It's easy. It's an easy hunt. It's an easy kill. Um, if I'm walking down the street and I see a lion or a bear, I know to get the fuck out of there. But at nighttime where it's a little bit more mysterious, you know what I'm saying? So again, the number one thing in dating you want to be is mysterious. And the only way to do that is to differentiate everything you fucking learn. I don't care what it is. So you got this guy and you got this guy. You got the guy who says, okay, let me just copy some shit. Then you got the guy who say, no, I love myself so much, I would never copy some shit. I want to take whatever I learn and I want to customize it to where it fits me like a glove, to where I can still be me every day and just have game. And I think most guys naturally think this way, but I just think that common sense ain't so common no more. Path of least resistance is, and a lot of people be busy, so it's like, damn, let me just hurry up and just copy this guy and say this and see if it works. It's like, okay, cool, but you gotta understand, man, like, you have to think different and think about what's the technique that's being applied versus what's like what's the example he's giving me. Okay, he's giving you an example But ask yourself this introspective question. Am I good enough to where I can create? Can I create? Or am I just going to consume? See, a consumer, he can get a girl here and there, but he's just a standard average Joe. Yeah, you get a girl here and there. Ain't nothing wrong with that. At least you're getting some, right? But, when you have uh, creativity and what's the fucking word? Innovative, fresh. You could think of fresh ideas and just creative. Most of y'all are artists anyway. Most of y'all are artists. When y'all was young, I used to draw. I know I used to draw and shit. Like, so that's not the problem. The problem is, are you going to sit down and take the time to really try to see what comes to your mind? Like, what helps you? Like, what is it you really want to do? You could be more kinky in the bedroom. You could be more freaky in the bedroom. You could be more seductive, but you have to understand what it even means to be these things. I feel like people they jump the gun. They think they something they not. That's normal. That's natural for you to think that, because as soon as especially for y'all who grew up watching wrestling and shit, basketball, you think you could do Kobe turnaround jumper. You think you could jump off the top rope like Shawn Michaels. You feel me? But that's brainwashing. Television. You gotta understand, like, who am I on a deeper level, right? Because you may not even want to seduce a bitch. You feel me? She may be bad and everything, but you may be like, nah, she ain't for me. She ain't my type. You know what I'm saying? Having standards can't happen, and you can't be mysterious without standards, because it's the standard that makes a woman go, you mean to tell me I can't step on his toes, but I just stepped on 10 guy toes? So, but you can't do that if you don't see, like, why am I even having this standard? Why am I even having this standard? You feel me? That's what gives you mysterious. It gives you that intuitiveness. Like, okay, I don't know something about her. I don't know. Let me vet her a little more. Let me make sure she ain't crazy. You know what I'm saying? But that all plays into the bigger picture of, you're not gonna just seduce a female that you don't want. You feel me? And I made a video kind of like this yesterday, but this video was really meant for me to talk about, like, the difference between, like, I think this detail in this video articulates fake versus real, because I would never do something to be fake, right? My last channel, I was being honest. I was being real. I was a spiritual teacher, but I knew, like, dang, why does it feel so hard sometimes to, like, make videos? And it's like, at the end of the day, it's like this. People be telling you to niche down, meaning, like, get more direct or descriptive on, like, exactly the type of videos you want to make. And that's an introspective question. Like, who are you? What the fuck? Like, what the fuck do you bring to the table? Like, if you're just parroting what you hear other YouTubers say and you just fitting in and shit, then you might not be fake, but you're just not on point in life the way you think you're on point. So you may not even be a fake nigga. You feel me? You may just be misaligned with your purpose, and people will start thinking you fake because they don't see. People don't got time to sit there and wonder if you real or fake type shit. Let's put it like that. So if you really want to learn seduction, if you really want to learn attraction and shit, you gotta understand first how to be a real igga. You gotta understand how to be yourself. If you want to be more dominant, you gotta learn how to be yourself. Because dominance, to me, is just being assertive and saying, this is what I do, this is what I don't do. It's honesty. Yeah. And a lot of this shit is really innate stuff. It's just, you feel depreciated of it. You know, a lot of y'all don't get no pussy. A lot of y'all don't get no women. So guess what that does? That creates, like, a something there in between you and it. So where, you just don't feel, they don't feel like, how when you young, your father take you to drive a car or to go fishing, and then that shit become regular because you learned it early. It's like a lot of y'all late bloomers, so it's like if that's the case, you gotta understand all this shit is easy peasy. Like it's not. It's just you need guidance mentally to remember or recall what it feel like to have a relationship with being seductive. What it feel like to have a relationship with being kinky, with being freaky. Cause you know one of my biggest kinks is this shit. Hold on. Where that shit at? It's not even in here. It's behind y'all. I don't even want to get it, but let's just say it's the opposite of this. This is ketchup. I don't know why, but when I was inspired to learn how to be kinky, more kinky, the first thing that came to my head was uh fucking spicy mustard. And I don't even like spicy mustard. I don't even like that shit. I just feel like the spiciness, like I just feel like it's an odd thing. And what kinky is defined by is something that's irregular or odd or strange or something that, you know, is like abnormal in the bedroom or some shit like that. So I just felt like mustard was a perfect kink. And I remember talking to a female and like just bringing that shit up, and she was like, "Why are you so freaky?" And I was like, "I don't know, man. Like I just always been like an artist and shit. I just was trying to figure out why too, but you know, it was like it ain't like I'm too freaky. It's just like if all you do is bring a chick to your bedroom and you hump on her and then send her home, you fucking whack. Like you ain't gonna fuck her against no tree, no nothing. Like you're not gonna put her against. You're not gonna take her into the park, to the woods. You know, I don't have sex against a tree, bro. Like that's a kink. You feel me? Like I like that shit, so that's a kink. Anything that's not just laying in the bed and fucking. Like it could be handcuffs. You feel me? Handcuffs. It could be me take off this shirt and wrap it around her arms. You feel me? It could be you could use a rag. You could use, like I said, handcuffs. You could use fucking coconut oil. It's in this cabinet behind y'all. I'm just saying, when a woman know that these things you know about, that makes her say, "Let me go get fucked." I'm just being honest, bro. I'm not trying to get demonetized, whatever. Fuck, I don't know if that's even possible. I'm a grown man, and I see other people making videos like this. But like, if you don't psychologically get this in your mind is like a toolbox. If you don't have the tools of turning a woman on in there, then you don't got the tools. And then you're gonna be like a fucking when you talk to her, you're just gonna be like, "How's the weather, Sally?" "I don't know." "Well, I mean, me neither. I don't, you know, it's nice to see you though. Da da da." "Okay, he's weird. I mean, he lives in my neighborhood, but he's weird. Da da da." Like, you know, that you're too vague. Like you're never like cranking this shit up because you don't know how to flirt. So like I told y'all in the video yesterday, it's like in the video yesterday, it go like this. You got small talk, flirting in the middle, then you got big talk. And big talk is the deeper talks, and then also the deeper sexual talk, like the sexual, freaky, kinky, like what's your, you know, how do you like being dominated? You know what I'm saying? How do you like doing that? Da 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 da. When you talk like that, it just shows her like, all right, this guy, he knows something. And she can't be curious if she don't think you don't know nothing. Like I didn't even make this video for it to go that deep, but in this video, I'm just saying you gotta understand how to get the information in your mind and lock it in there. Because the biggest thing I feel like make guys bad with women, they're too forgetful. Like that's what made you bad with basketball. You were forgetful. You dribble with your left hand, you have muscle memory, so you'll remember, like, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to like learning how to be more seductive or learning how to be more freaky or flirty or whatever you're trying to learn, it's as if it's too abstract. So your mind don't really hold on to the information. And then you go outside, you might flirt with a couple females, do a couple approaches, but you never really talk freaky. Like, and then when you try to do it, it's just like you're not really doing this shit for real. Like, You're never expanding your palate. You're never expanding your mind. And you're never expanding, and you're never like creating all the time to the point where anything she say could be, you could take the shit to sexual or take it over to wherever you want to take it. You just never expanding all the time. So this video is about that. Like, always get in the habit. And I gave y'all some game in the other video. I don't know who took it, but I'm gonna say it one more time. It's a bunch of napkins right here. Bunch of napkins. Every day you even, I don't care if you're in school or wherever you at, use toilet paper. Get used to taking this, going like this, and putting it in your pocket. Cause you could be in the back of your class just writing down notes. Like, okay, later on, I'll be doing it like I don't even got no pen with me, but to give you an example, I would literally write like little checks, like on the side, like little lines, and then I'll just fill in because sometimes you just need to journal, bro. You need to write shit down, like, because you're gonna for the way our minds are, bro. They just forget shit, bro. But when you live in life, you can have cheat codes to this shit. Like, you could cheat off the test. You know what I'm saying? You could write the shit down and look at the paper and be like, oh, this is how I approach a woman. Oh, this is why, last time I messed up because I let her talk too much and I ain't say shit. Or I didn't walk away fast enough when I approached her. I just sat there. And now we're friends instead of me being a potential, seducer or some shit. Like, you just gotta make notes to yourself because everything that a woman see when y'all get together is gonna be whatever is gonna, like, they're living in the present moment, like it's gonna be what it's gonna be. But when you trying to learn a skill, bro, you gotta understand that, like, it's just fucking skill, bro. Like, that's just the bottom line. I don't know how to say that shit no more, no other ways, but just understand this, bro. You got people who they try to copy another person. Then you got people who say, okay, what's this technique? What's this technique? What does it mean to be doing this? The push pull. What does that even mean? They'll write it down. Push pull. They'll say, write another line under it. Okay, well, push means, okay, it must mean I say something where I'm pushing her away. Okay, well, I pushed her away. Now I'm gonna say something where I'm pulling her back in. Or I do the opposite. I pull and I push. I be like, you got some cute eyes, but you look like trouble. You got some cute eyes, but however, you look like trouble. I ain't gonna lie. I typically, I like short girls and whatnot, but like, you just look bad. I don't know what it is about you. You just look kind of bad. What you mean by bad? And I want to throw this word in here, right? Because I was just watching a video, a dating coach and stuff. The word is ambiguity. Ambiguity. You know what that means? Ambiguity. If a woman doesn't feel like you're talking over her head when y'all are around each other, she can't look up to you. Mark this video at 8:28, 18:28. Every time you're around a female, she should feel as if she's talking to God. She should feel like, damn, every time I cross paths with Will, why it feel like he's on some higher level shit? And it's because, first of all, you should be. First of all, I'm gonna just put it like that. You're the man. You should be. You're the leader. What the fuck? You should be on some higher level shit. A woman can't respect a guy who ain't teaching her nothing. So you can teach her by being better. Your communication skills are better than hers. You're speaking over her head. You making her question and think like, damn, what did he mean when he said that, the ice cream, sometimes it falls on my lap and it gets all sticky and shit like that. Was he being sexual or was he just being this way? Like, when she go home after y'all talk for 30 minutes, she should really be in her head like, what the fuck did he mean when he said this? And y'all don't even realize that. Y'all just think that she should just go home and just think about you just for no reason. But what are you saying to make her really do that? And ambiguity is the word. Ambiguity is the word. Ambiguity, the synonym for the word ambiguous means what's the word? Doubtfulness. That's one of the synonyms. Doubtful. If a woman don't feel like doubt that she's good enough, then you're fucked. I ain't gonna lie. She should feel that way. This guy might be too good for me. I don't know. If she don't feel it, she don't feel it. Cause you ain't trying to figure out what's gonna make her feel it. And it's by you being able to talk over her head. It's by you being able to flirt with her and say some shit that she what he meant when he said that shit. How's he turning me on? How he do that? I don't know what it is about him, but he just know how to talk. And every time I get around him, he talk in a certain type of way where it makes me feel like I'm trying to say. Ambiguity. Also, y'all don't be commanding nothing when y'all talk to a woman. So I'm not saying you gotta tell her to pick something up, but you could do that if you want to. I said to somebody one day, I said, if a girl come over your house and you tell her, can you grab that remote for me? That's a form of training. It's a subtle form of training. It's not just a question, but on the surface, it's just her picking up a remote, but she's smart enough to pick up the signs, right? Like, this guy's telling me what to do. A loser would never do that. A loser can't do that. So you're subcommunicating that you're seduction by even making a little command. Damn. What the? By even and never ask a command like a sissy, man. Ask it like a man. Don't be like, oh, can you do this for me? Like, don't ever come across like a little brother or a son when you're asking a question. Figure out a way that, as if, take out a piece of paper, figure out a way to say it as if you know she's gonna do it. Expect her to do it. Take the time to figure out what sounds right. Would you rather say, I'm hungry today? What you gonna cook me? Or would you say, um, can we go get something to eat? Or are you cook? I don't know. It's just weird ways to act shit, and there's better ways to act different shit. Which one gives you the high ground? Which one gives you the as if you're a king or as if you're a god? Which one, are we going to get something to eat or what? A woman might take that a little violation, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, figure it out and do it. And making a little command like, can you grab that remote for me? And again, you can ask it nicely. Like, you can ask things nicely. You just got to understand and comprehend the situation, right? You can't ask for the big stuff if you don't ask for the little stuff. Because then it's like you're jumping from stranger to asking her to what? So for something super big, like, you gonna let me use your car? Da, 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 da. Like, what? Since when have I signed up for that? You know what I'm saying? You gotta warm her up. Not saying that you should ask a female for her car, but things happen. But don't expect the shit to just be. You gotta warm them up to certain shit. So you ask them little shit like I said, tell her to bring you a bag of chips over to the crib. Bring me a bag of sunflower seeds over. Hey, come over. Da 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 da. First of all, you got to get comfortable asking her to come over. Hey. When you get off work, I want to see you tonight. But before you stop over, grab me a bag of barbecue sunflower seeds and see what the fuck she say. See, you gotta experiment because remember, women ain't really, you know what I'm saying, ain't no telling what the fuck they gonna say or do. So they're ambiguous by nature. So they need someone to match that. if they're ambiguous and they know they're ambiguous and guys can't figure me out, but they know, okay, I could figure everybody out, it's boring, it's whack, it's weak. I've conquered the thing. You're not a challenge. Your mysteriousness is the challenge. So understand that. I'm about to end this video, but just understand like ambiguity. Remember that word, because that's a big word for me. Because I was trying to figure out what the word was that make a good flirt. And I was like, damn, what is that fucking word? Like, what is that main thing that makes a great flirt? And I'm like, bro, it's the ability to say some shit and use innuendos. Like, you got to make a woman be like, what did he mean by that? If she's not thinking, and she shouldn't be able to figure, it shouldn't be easily figured out. Like, if it's easily figured out what you meant by when you said some shit, then it's not really flirting. There has to be a gray area that you're in where you're like, those jeans look good on you. I ain't gonna lie. It's a compliment, but you don't know what the fuck I mean by when I'm saying that. So by thinking about the gray area, it's just you understanding that I'm not gonna let her know that I want to fuck her. Like, how many ways can I tell her I want to fuck her without actually saying it? Complimenting is one of the main fucking ways. Like, oh, you got eyeliner, or just noticing something. You got eyeliner on today? Okay. I want y'all to think with that mind frame, right? This is the square. In that square it says, how do I let her know I want to fuck her without saying it? And as long as you stay in that verb, that word that that sentence is in your mind, you'll naturally produce things from that frame. Like, how do I let her know I want to fuck her without saying it? Oh, by touching her on her lower back as I let her in the door. How do I let her know I want to without saying it? You smell good. Is that? Hold on, come here real quick. See how natural I'm being right now because the frame is right. So I'm gonna grab her by her waist. I'm gonna pull her in and I'm gonna smell. I don't know if it's the cologne or it's just your chocolate on your skin. Your skin is like chocolate. I don't know which one it is, but I gotta find out. Now what you're feeling through the screen is organicness because the frame is set in my mind. The mind frame is set on. The question is dead right. How do I make her see that I'm trying to fuck without saying it? And then I am the innuendo. I am the innuendo. I become the innuendo. I'm living the lifestyle of an innuendo. If that makes sense. Like I'm acting it out, which is 10 times more attractive than a guy who's gonna say a lot of shit. Ain't nothing wrong with using your mouthpiece. But you see I'm still using it. I'm just using it as a flirting in the middle. I'm flirting. I'm in the middle grounds. I'm doing more flirting. But then you got that deep talk, whereas that's where the deeper flirting, the more sexual, the more the more seductive flirting, the more arousal flirting and all that type shit. Like it's more on this side. But in the middle, you just got flirting and regular conversation, and then over here you got small talk. And you could flirt in any stage, but it's just, some things are more likely to be in certain stages. Like when you first meet a female, you might flirt because you're setting the tone. Like this is the type of relationship I'm gonna have with you. I mean, some women, they don't want nothing to do with you if you ain't making them smile and shit, making them laugh. So they ain't got shit else. They out shopping. They see you. Your only purpose it might be in their life is to be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Some women only want you to be a fucking sex toy for them. I'm just saying, bro. This is how my mind operates and shit, bro. And I'm trying to tell y'all, like, you're not gonna get them all, but you still could get them all. Should make a shirt like that. Black shirt on the back. It said you can't get them all, but you can get them all. Because they want a mystery, and that's all you really need. I'm not a bad looking guy. I'm sure all of y'all not bad looking guys. So what in the world is stopping them from just lusting after you? it's like you're not seen as or depicted in their mind as God or something high. That's why I talk like build a lifestyle, because you gotta have things about you she don't know about, or that she know about, but she can't have you all figured out. She can't have you all figured out. I'm about to end this video on that note. But ambiguity, be ambiguous when you meet a female. Ask yourself, how can I flirt in a devious manner? How can I say a lot of shit or some shit that she just can't figure out what the fuck I mean by it? And it becomes easy. Like when you see a girl, I'm thinking of a girl that live in my apartment building, and I see her, I'd be like, I could be like, you looking good today or something. You know, just anything, bro. Like, even if, like, you got to go out on a limb with this shit, I ain't gonna lie. Like, you got to risk looking weird sometime, all that shit. Because when you think about ambiguity or how can I say something without saying it, it's gonna, the girl is gonna sit with it. Like, she's gonna sit with that shit. Like, after you leave out her presence, she's gonna sit with that shit. But if you say some corny or some fucking whack ass shit and some unambiguous shit, and it's just like, "Hi, Sally, you look good." I mean, even saying that is cool, but I'm just saying, like, it's some shit you can't say, like, and it's just like, I can't even think of how to be that way right now. But when you're being that way, they just don't. It's more of a turn off, and they just like, I'm definitely not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I just can't explain it, bro. Like, but like this video, we 30 minutes in. Hopefully, I like this video. Learn how to be ambiguous more often. Learn how to talk in a seductive manner. And don't forget, you could use small talk and still be very seductive in small talk. Like, it doesn't always have to be she's over your crib and y'all in the bedroom and you start talking like that. You could do it through a text. You could do it meeting a female at just by going to the gas station. You talk to a female for 5 minutes. Some of the stuff that you say should be devious. It should be devious. And when I use the word devious, what I mean is it should be cryptic. Like, the shit you're saying, she shouldn't be able to decode that shit. Like, you should be saying some shit that it's slight. Like, it's some sly shit, some foxy shit. Like, it's going over her head and she's like, damn, only way for me to know what he said, I gotta text him. You know what I'm saying? Only way I know what he meant, I gotta text him. Your mysterious is off. If your mysteriousness is off, your whole game is off. So I'm gonna end it on that note, man. It's your boy Game, like Will, man. I love all y'all new subscribers coming over here, man. Yeah, don't be afraid to comment, man. If you're new to the channel, hit that bell, man. Stay in contact with your boy, man. Free game. I'm telling y'all the game like Will for a reason. I ain't saying it just because I'm not saying it just because I'm an egoist or some shit like that. I'm saying it because I honestly feel like I got some natural game. You know, when I was younger, I used to just be doing shit like on the bus, kissing on women, just doing shit like, and it used to be working. They used to be high and ready, like Little Caesar. So see y'all in the next video, man. It's your boy, I'm out.